Hey everyone, it's Kanga here, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about all of the rare or blue quests in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 7. So if you weren't already aware, blue quests are the same as the punch cards from Chapter 2 Season 3 and 4. They have 5 stages of varying difficulty with how many times you have to do that certain challenge, and each time you complete one of those stages you will get 12,000 XP. You're gonna have to bear with me here, there's gonna be a lot of talking in this video, but I will have some gameplay in the background, and there'll also be timestamps in the description for every single rare quest I talk about in this video. I'm not gonna talk about each one for long, probably only 10-20 seconds each, but you can also just skim through the timestamps to see what some of the rare quests are. I'll also include how many times you have to do that thing with the timestamps in the description. So if, for example, one of them is to damage opponents, it goes from 5,000 all the way up to 500,000. Next to the timestamp in the description of the video, I'll have 5 different numbers there for each challenge, and that's how many times you have to do that for each stage. Just keep that in mind if you want to know how many times you have to do a certain challenge for each stage, just check the description. But anyway, starting off, the first one is going to be assist teammates with eliminations. To get an assist, you just have to damage an enemy, but your teammate gets the kill. That's going to be assisting teammates with eliminations. Then assault rifle eliminations, pretty simple, just getting kills with assault rifles. You've got to catch fish, again simple. Harpoons are no longer in the game, but you can still use fishing rods at fishing spots, or you can still just use them in open water even and you get small fries. Now there's still a request to collect animal bones even though they're not in the game at the moment. Maybe that's going to change and some wildlife's going to be added that has bones again, or the bones will be reintroduced or something. So for now there's no way to get progress towards that, but the request still does exist for it. You've also got collect bars, which is obviously gold, and the best way to do that is going to be completing quests and bounties. You've also got collect meat, which you can still get from the wolves and boars around the map, the wildlife that is still on the map. Then you've got collect nuts and bolts. These are the new crafting material that was introduced in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 7, and you can get those from the sort of red toolboxes, which are a new type of ammo box that will drop you nuts and bolts as well as ammo. You've also got complete bounties. There are a few different bounty boards around the map, but you can no longer get bounties from NPCs. If you guys want me to make a video on all the different bounty board locations, just let me know and I'll do something along the lines of that. Then you've got complete common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary quests. So completing all 5 different rarities of quests. Again, the amount of quests you have to do, I'll keep that in the description below. But it's kind of funny that there's a rare quest to complete rare quests. Moving on though, you've also got consume apples, bananas, foraged items, and mushrooms. The apples you can find at the orchard, and all 3 of those foods you can also find in the food boxes around the map, like again at the orchard or at Caddy Corner. And foraged items, gonna be all those things and the items you pick up off the ground, again like apples and cabbages. Then you've got craft weapons, which this season you have to do using nuts and bolts. It's sort of like side grading the weapons, and all you have to do is have 1 item of nuts and bolts. And then, for example, I know you can get a normal assault rifle into a burst assault rifle. You can also get a pump shotgun into a lever action shotgun, and you can also get SMGs into rapid fire SMGs and stuff like that. Then you've got the one I was talking about before, damage opponents. Pretty simple. This can be done with anything. It can be done with guns, it can be done with vehicles, UFOs, everything like that. Then damage to vehicles with a player inside. This is very easy to do at the start of the season because everyone is trying to abuse the UFOs. So every time you shoot those, you get progress towards that. Then you've got deal damage from above. This has been one before, or at least it's been an epic quest. And typically you can just focus on using shotguns and jumping down on top of people. But now with the UFOs, this challenge is even easier than ever. So if you're just spamming down that cannon onto people, each time you hit them for 30 damage, that's going to count as dealing damage from above. Then you've got destroying shrubs. This can be done pretty easily in Pleasant Park with all of the bushes and plants that are around. Sometimes it is a bit confusing with what is and isn't considered a shrub, but if you go around just whacking everything green, you will get one done eventually. You've also got destroy sofas, beds, or chairs with a pickaxe. Again, this one can also be done in Pleasant Park because you'll find all 3 of those things inside all the houses around there. Then you've got destroy stones, pretty self-explanatory, just destroying the rocks around the map. And you do also have destroying trees as well. Again, destroying trees and stones, both pretty self-explanatory challenges. Now, don disguises. What this is talking about is some of the certain NPCs can offer you an option to don disguises. I know one of them that you can is the abstract NPC north of Retail Row, or in Retail Row, just in the north area of it. And I think also the bush range NPC west of Risky Reels offers you that as well, but I'm not as sure on that. Then you've got eliminate opponents from 150 meters away. Obviously you want to be focused on using sniper rifles with those, especially with the new railgun at the moment. That can be pretty easy to do with that since that's basically a hit scan weapon. Then you've just got to eliminate players in general, pretty self-explanatory, you just got to get kills. And then you also have to specifically get eliminations with common and uncommon weapons. That's going to be your grey and green weapons. Explosive eliminations, you can use RPGs for that. and I think the laser cannon from the UFO might also count towards that. Grenades as well, stuff like that. You got fish at fishing holes. This is the same as catching fish. This is similar to catching the fish, however it has to specifically be in fishing holes, but it doesn't have to be fish you catch. You could get weapons and it'll still count towards that challenge. Now strangely, there's still a blue quest for Harpoon Eliminations, even though Harpoon is no longer in the game. Whether Epic accidentally left this in or it's a sign that Harpoons are going to be coming back soon, I'm not too sure, but that quest does still exist regardless. Then you've got a challenge to harvest stone, very similar to the destroying stones one, except also stuff like brick walls and houses, and anything that gives you stone when you harvest it will count towards this challenge. Headshot elimination, same as the elimination challenge, except the final blow you get on the opponent has to be a headshot. Then you've got hit weak points. This is when you're swinging your harvesting tool at things. For example, when you're hitting a massive rock or the trees and those blue circles pop up, those are going to be the weak points, so you need to make sure you're hitting those. Then you've got hunt wildlife. That's just when you're killing things like wolves and boars and frogs and chickens. That's how you complete that challenge. Ignite opponent with fire and ignite structures with fire. Both of those can be done with gas cans, and you can now also find firefly jars just as floor loot, so you can do that challenge with those two items pretty easily. Melee damage to structures is when you're hitting other people's buildings with your pickaxe. That'll get that one done. And melee eliminations is when you're killing people with your pickaxe. It sounds difficult, especially because in total you have to get 100 of those. However, if you knock someone in duos or trios or squads and then finish them off with your pickaxe when they're knocked, that will count towards melee eliminations. Mod vehicles, to do this you have to throw the off-road tires at them, and that's going to count as modding your vehicle. Pistol eliminations, self-explanatory, just get kills with pistols. Place top 10, you just have to outlive 90 other players or last until there's 10 teams alive. Player structures destroyed in a vehicle, again very easy with the UFOs. At the moment we just spam the laser cannon at where people are fighting and you can get that done in no time. Reboot teammates and revive teammates, that's going to be when you reboot your teammates at the reboot van and when you revive them off the ground. Search ammo boxes, search chests, search ice machines, and search supply drops. All those pretty self-explanatory, you just have to search those various different things. Ice machines are those little ice boxes that you can get fish out of. Shakedown opponents is when you've got someone knocked in duos, trios, or squads, and then you go up to them and shake them down. It shows you where all their teammates are. They also changed that in this season where you can now cancel a shakedown when you're in the middle of doing it, which is a nice change. You've also got shotgun eliminations, SMG eliminations, and sniper rifle eliminations. All those are pretty easy. And you've got spend bars again. Unlike collecting bars earlier, now you're spending them. That's going to be when you're buying different exotic weapons, just normal weapons. There's also a few new things this season, like you can buy a mass supply drop for a few thousand gold. You can buy like a large bus driver tip for like 4,000 gold or something, which just wastes your gold. But if you want to spend bars for that challenge, that's one way to do it. Tame Wildlife, this can still be done without bones this season. You can go up to boars, and if you throw vegetables at them, so if you throw mushrooms and cabbages and stuff near them, they will stop to eat that, and then you can tame them. Same with the wolves if you throw meat at them. Then you've got thank the bus driver. So to do this, you have to press the emote button when you're flying on the battle bus, and then that'll thank the bus driver. Then you've got 4 different ways of traveling. You have to travel on foot, travel in a vehicle, travel while gliding, and travel while swimming. Travel while gliding, that one you'll just get if you just play a lot in the season, because every time you start the game, obviously you have to glide in. And for traveling on a foot, in vehicle, and swimming, you can just focus on those by doing those 3 things specifically. If you're going to do the swimming one, just take the river instead of getting in a car or something like that. Upgrade weapons at upgrade benches. You just have to go to the upgrade benches and then pay gold to upgrade your weapon. Use bandages and medkits. Just use bandages and medkits to heal your white health. You also got use campfires. Now to get this one done, what I recommend doing and what I do is just anytime I see a campfire, I use it, even if I don't need it, because I know that it gets me progress towards this rare quest and it will eventually get me XP. Last but not least, you've got use shield potions. That's going to count for mini shields and big shields as well. But yeah, those are all the rare quests for Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 7. If you guys do have any questions about any of these, comment that down below and I'll do my best to get back to that. If you found this video useful at all, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share. All of those things help me out massively. And if you want to support me as a creator, that's going to be code KANGA in the Fortnite item shop. Otherwise though, that's it from me for now, and I will see you all next time. See ya.